Hey everybody, welcome back to Art of Conquest. It is Thursday at the Stinkpot Shack Show, and tonight we are just going to talk about a few things that are upcoming in Art of Conquest. We're still awaiting the release of update 1.15, so right now I'm just showing a recent attack. Peaches from our Blue Kingdom and the House of Anonymous is attacking our Yellow. Yellow is our arch nemesis, but now we've pretty much kicked their butts, and we're just doing some final retaliation on them. Wrecker used to be a high-profile person on the Yellow Kingdom, but now we are smoldering him to ashes, courtesy of Peaches. So, Art of Conquest, here we are, Thursday night. So, one thing I want to talk about is, in case you missed last week's stream, we highlighted some of the upcoming patches and updates coming for Art of Conquest. So, tonight we're just going to go over them at a very high level. You can watch last week's video if you're interested in seeing details. But, so tonight, let's talk about, what can you expect when the update hits. So, like I said, the Rakkan race is going to be the main highlight of update 1.15. And I am in the Skarn Kingdom, so that is the dark blue. And as you can see, we have pretty much dominated our server. So, this used to be a sea of yellow, and now we've transferred it to a sea of blue. We've totally gotten rid of everybody in green. So yeah, there's even, no one's taken that one over. So green is totally wiped out. Orange has 3 kingdoms left, and I think only leaving light blue has 4 left, and yellow has a whopping 11. So not much left for us to do. So pretty much all our gameplay right now has been resorted to quests and escort missions. The good thing about having a whole sea of blue is there's a ton more escort missions to do. So there's not much else we can do. PvP is very minimal on our server now. But let's get into it, guys. Come on, let's go on. So we're going to talk about what happens when this update hits. So 1.15 is the next update. The Rakkan race is the main edition. And if you choose to go Rakkan, one thing they are changing is they're finally giving you the ability to use some of that honor you've been earning over the course of time. So if I go, let's see, to me. So there's my honor, 28.96k lifetime honor. So if you want to switch to the Rakkan race, that's going to cost you 24k right off the bat. So that would pretty much wipe out all the honor I have right now. So I'm going to hold tight at the dwarf race because, next coming weeks I want to get back into doing exclusives on the dwarf race. Hey Bloomy, thanks for joining us tonight. You seem to be a regular, so I appreciate you each and every night you come on here. I know it's 4 in the morning or so for you, so definitely thankful that you're here for us tonight here in Art of Conquest. So are you still playing, Bloomy? And while I wait for his answer, so what can we expect when 1.15 hits? Like I said, we're in Skarn, so let's go to our capital because that's the main thing you're going to notice is there's going to be a brand new building near our capital of Skarn. Starting school. I'm glad I'm out of school, but sorry to hear that, my friend. It'll be good for you, though. So, when we get to Skarn and this new update hits, the summoning stone is I would guess that's still going to be there, but there's going to be a new building. I think it's called the Royal Library. I think that's what they called it. So basically, there's going to be a new building somewhere around here, and you can tap on it. And what you can do at the Royal Library, I think that's what it's called, is you can use some of that honor that you've accumulated to purchase some designs. Now, designs is for crafting materials and equipment and whatnot. So if I go to my inventory now, you'll see I've accumulated a wealth of items as I've been venturing out in the land of Nor. So once you have that design in your possession, then you'll be able to use some of these items to help you craft. Now, there's kind of two facets to the crafting system. There's two things you can do. One is craft the item, of course, with the design, and there's another option called transmute. And transmute is where you take a whole bunch of these items and you basically combine them, and it spits out one new item for you. That's random. But on the crafting side, it's not random. You pick the design you want, you pick which part of armor it goes on, and you pick the quality that you want it to be, and that's pretty much it. So it'll add a new dimension to the game when they get that added. So, oh, you're just playing on the computer. Okay. I don't think I've ever played Art of Conquest on the computer. I've always played it on my phone. So, um, so yeah, that's what crafting is basically going to be like when 1.15 hits. It's going to give you something else to do in addition to the escort missions. And in addition, okay, I misunderstood you. Sorry, Blimmy, sorry. I'm okay. I'll get it together. So, League of Legends and oh wow, World of Warcraft. That game has been out there a while. So, alright, so that's what we're doing there. And as you can see, I'm trying to get, this is slow going, but I'm getting close to having 1,000 mithril, however you want to call it, because when I can get up there, I'm only halfway to getting this gold siege item called the Thunder Fist, so it's slow going, but yeah. You know, these missions don't really help me a whole lot because I only get, the escort missions I'll get 36, but the regular quest I only get like 12, 10, 11. So it's not very conducive for getting the mithril. Now, even if I wanted to spend a crazy amount of money, I could go to the shop and buy some. But even then, look, you have to spend 500 Lenari just to get 100 mithril. So that is horrible cost. So I would never recommend doing that. The only ones that seem cost effective, in my opinion, are these three here. The gold only costs, you get 10,000 gold for 200 Lenari, and same for wood and elixir. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I wouldn't really buy anything else unless you're in desperation mode, like when I wanted to go from human to dwarf, and I didn't have enough rushing ability, so I basically had to spend about $5 to $10 to do that live on the streams, just so you guys, were able to see what I wanted to show that night. So that's what we're doing there, and what we're going to try now is, I have one thing I have left to do. There's 2 bosses left. So we're going to go see how hard this new dragon is. It's the second to last dragon in the quest log. So I'm going to head on over there, and I'm probably going to get my butt kicked. But still, it's something that most people probably haven't seen yet. So if you have done this dragon, put your tips below in the comment section, or come on live chat with us and tell us all about your experience with that. So this one is going to be Shemsar. He's in the Neferak kingdom at the very bottom of the peninsula over there. So we're heading over there right now to see if we can't slay him. I have one thing I'm hoping will help me defeat him is I have this Duke of super unit called the Steam Bastion. Now what he can do is he fires from afar, but if he gets out of range, you can redeploy him on the battlefield. So that'll be useful if I need to do that. But we'll see how that goes. Almost there. think. Should be almost there. Yeah, just about there now. So here we go down to the Nephrat Kingdom, and there's the mighty Shemsar Yellow Dragon. So if you watched last week's video, I kept calling the Rakkan race Rakkan, so I was laughing at myself after I rewatched the video last week because throughout the entire thing, I had not seen the video for it yet, so I kept calling it Rakkan when it's really pronounced Rakkan according to the developers. So here we are. We're at the Shemsar Dragon, and he's got a purple item and a whole bunch of other loot. His power is 5522. He's got red eyes, and let's see what happens. So I have the best of my army at number 1 slot. I'm gonna have to change up a couple things, but basically here is my army. 12, I got a little bit of everything. I still have some human gold troops. I have some cavalry. Most of, it's about half human and half dwarf at this point. So 21k power versus 5500. But if you've done the boss battles, you can't really go by that power because I'm pretty sure he's stronger than my 21k. So I wish they would kind of, even out that numbers to give you an idea of how strong he really is. Because 5500, I should be able to kill him in a couple of hits, but, I know it's not going to be that easy. So let's see, do I have everything that I really want? I'm going to probably substitute, take out some of these human troops because if I lose them, I won't be able to get them back because I'm not human anymore. So I'm going to sub them out. And there's some 3 gold. And let's see what other ones I can put in. I got some silvers here. Have anything else in the dwarf realm? Could use all these crappy troops. There's one. That's not really what I wanted to do. There's 2 more silvers, so I think this is, yeah, let me take out these cavalries and these archers, and I guess I should take out all my human army, don't you guys think? I don't really know. But the problem is I don't have enough dwarf army. I don't know. Let me put. I can always redo it, so that's not a big deal. So I'm gonna put on all my dwarf army of what I do have, and we'll put in some Rakkans. I do have some Rakkans from that I hired a long time ago, and we'll put in some. Yeah, we'll just put in some troops that I can replace, so that'll be helpful. Get some of these guys in here and some of those. Get some archers. Where am I at? Okay. I hate sometimes the deployment of these troops because it's not very fat finger friendly. Where can I make some room? These 2 guys here are causing trouble, so let me just take them out. Boop. I gotta make room for 1 more. Where can I do that at? This is like Jenga sometimes. Well, not Jenga. Alright, I can't think. These lizards are causing the problem now, so let me just take them out. And now, everybody's just causing problems for me. Problem is, I don't have any more. I really need some rifles. There we go. Duh, Mac, being stupid. So, there we are. Bam. We'll move these guys over. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna die horribly, but oh well. Let's put some of our heroes in the back and separate them out so they don't become victim. We will put our dwarf guy over here. And I just really messed up. That's what I hate about this. It shouldn't totally erase it, but oh well. I'll get there. 1 second. Where'd that troop go that it took out? Those guys there. know I got room. I know I got room. Put him in there. Put this guy back and bring him back, I guess. Not enough. How about you? Whatever, let's go. Here we go. So we're fighting the yellow dragon, and looks like he's going straight for our siege weapon, just like Bloomy said he would. So what I'm going to do is, when he starts, I'm going to redeploy him real quick, see if that saves him, and redirects my guy a little bit. So he's just basically going to fly over and land again. So, yep, tap to continue. So he's got 2 life bars left, while the rest of the army's coming in. Let's bring up our skeleton guy. And I probably should use my res ability before Varion dies. It's not going horrible. Let's use my heroic leap on this army. Or actually, we'll just do it on the dragon, see if that just finishes him off. Boom! Wow, that was really easier than I thought. But I'm sure I lost a lot of armies. Let's see what I lost. So I lost 3 silver rifles. I lost a mech unit. And the rest is all replaceable because the rest is all hired mercenaries. So that's not bad. I can live with that. So bam, there's the yellow dragon. So there's pretty much nothing to that guy. I just used I guess my super unit was probably really what held my army together on that one, because I didn't really try on that one. I didn't hardly use any abilities at all from my heroes. I just let the battle take care of itself. So now that I got him out of the way, let's see how much gold we get. There's 200 gold. Now we're up to 400 gold, 600 gold, 800 gold, 850 gold, 900, 930, 980, 1030, 1080. Here's a big one. Oh, not really much. 1100. No, 1080, 1280. So now I'm at 1300. 13 to whatever. It's not very much at all. I lost track. Let's just go faster. So those were the piddly piles. Here's the big money piles here. That's going to be 14,000 gold. So I probably got about 15,500 on gold. And then wood, I got 14,000. And then the ability stone is might. So I get to pick a hero. And I generally pick a hero that is the lowest. So I'm going to probably want to give this to either Varion or Rufio, because they're my main might heroes right now. So looks like Varion's lower, so he'll get it. And then I get some 280 of that, so that helps. Every little bit helps for the purple. And then I got a purple item, and that's pretty much it. So now I only have 1 dragon left, and that's Salarian, I don't know. He's over in Scarring Kingdom, which I'm not gonna go fight him tonight. So we'll save that for a future video, because he's over here. I remember him. He's like there he is. The end all to be all dragons, the final dragon boss fight. So yeah, that's who we'll probably give him a shot next week. But let me heal what troops did get hurt. And it looks like it's going to take a couple hours to get all them troops back. So 224. So yeah, we've got that going. And let me get some research going. So basically on my research, what I've been doing is I've been trying to keep it pretty even kilter throughout the whole thing. So I got 38 research there. Oh, sorry. and 50, then 38, 37, 38, 57. So I'm trying to catch all my 30s up to the other two right now. But what I'm not doing is I'm not spending any on wood because I'm just trying to increase my castle level. So I haven't really dabbled into the wood. I've been strictly focused on the gold upgrades and the elixir upgrades to allow myself to go to the next castle faster. So let's see, where can I go? Probably going to be mech suits. Let's see, there we go. I can do that one. That's a free research. Yeah, it will be free because since I'm a patron member, anything under 10 minutes I can rush for free. So that's always an advantage of being a patron member. And I think my patron status is about up. Yeah, 15 hours I will no longer be a patron, so I'll have to re-up my subscription. Well, that's what I call a subscription because you're basically paying $5 a month to be a patron. So that's really a subscription model if you ask me. But you know, in the end game, it's really necessary to have the patron status because not so much now because we're on a pretty much dead server for the most part. But when it was a competitive server, you definitely needed that patron status because the Lenari came in handy and everything. So, all right, Bloomy, thanks for stopping by tonight. Hope you have fun at school tomorrow. So, Art of Conquest. Let's go pick on some players. Let's see what's left to pick on. We'll go up here to Jotengard. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jotengard. We're going to go see if there's any lowly players up there that I can squabble for some resources. And also, you know, since this update 1.15 is about to be released, and as of right now, the latest thing on the forums with the update is they released their developer diary, which is something they try to do every week. So that was released yesterday. And basically all it said was what I reiterated at the beginning of this video, is it's going to cost 24,000 honor to go to the Rakkan race. And in order to get designs at the Royal Library for crafting, it's going to cost honor to buy those designs. So they're kind of giving us a win because they're finally allowing us to use all that unused loot and items, but they're kind of, you know, also taking away some honor from us. So kind of give and take situation, but I think that's a change for the better. I mean, honor really wasn't doing anything, and those items sitting there weren't really doing anything. So now that they're finding a use for both of those, that's a good thing. Now, if you do go to the forums or, you know, keep tabs on the progress of this game, probably the big thing that people are still hollering about are how buggy the game still is. I see, you know, one bug I get annoyed with is I'll be doing these escort missions and I'll hit go to it and it takes me way out into the top left in the middle of the sea where nothing is, and then I have to repick the quest, and then the second time around it unbugs itself. So let's see what's in this Jotengard. Let's see, level 15. See, he's got no loot, 72k wall. This guy's level 17, no loot. So yeah, this server is pretty much dead. He's got baby loot, not enough to go after. So there's 58, that's like 5,800, that's like a gold mine on this server nowadays. So still not much for me to get excited about. And there again, nothing to get excited about there. So let's quickly go through these remaining cities. There's really not a whole lot here anymore. So my fear is people are going to lose interest because there's lots of servers out there like this one where one kingdom is taken over and then they have nothing to do. So I don't know if the developers anticipated that was going to happen, or maybe they just knew it was going to happen but just not as quickly as it has. So people have been talking about they need to do server mergers where a whole, you know, you basically have this map and then another map connected to it, and then those are two different servers merged together on one server, and they try to take it over each other's land via the connected maps. So that's one theory I've heard about, but the developers ain't speaking anything about server merges, so who knows when or if that'll actually happen. But something definitely needs to be done in order to curb all this stuff. So that's got a decent amount of loot, but I am not going to be able to beat 57 troops. Same thing, that's guarded and has 119. So these really high up guys are, there's a big difference. You got people that have no loot, and then you have these high up guys that have a lot of good loot that you can't acquire without help. So it makes plundering very difficult these days. It's like the Great Depression where everybody's running around looking for breadcrumbs here and there. So yeah, let's go to Lupindale. Heart is now yellow. It was blue, I think. It was under ours, so we'll go check that out. Maybe there'll be something over there. So, let's see, nothing there. Just not finding a whole lot tonight. Alright, so let's go to Heart. And if we don't find anything at Heart, then we'll just go do some missions real quick. Wow, there's only one guy in Heart. 42 and no loot to speak of. So Heart will probably be sent back to Blue soon. But we're having trouble expanding our kingdom ourselves, because as you can see, there's two cities on here that aren't actually one that isn't claimed by anybody. Now I think I saw a cart over here, so let's go rob this cart. Bone Fang. We'll go loot him real quick. So yeah, this is where the current problems are with Art of Conquest. So I don't really know when the update's coming. I really expected it to be out by now, but maybe they probably found some bugs in testing and they're trying to get those resolved. So I'm hoping by the end of September the update 1.15 will be out, which will give us some more to do and talk about. Let's see. Yep, it's still out there. So I'm getting ready to rob this cart. As soon as it pops up, there it is, and there's a guy guarding it. Let's see how strong he is. We will try and take that from him. Armed escort. Bone Fang. And he retreated. So now we can loot his cart, and we got it. So yeah. Let's see if we can't take out some, that seems like a healthy yellow city. Let's see if we can't blow up some cities and kick some more people out of Brightworth. So I do like the dwarf race so far. I mean, the siege capability seems a lot stronger than what it did on the humans. It's just I'm a lot more careful about my troops on the dwarf side because most of them are mechanical units and they don't get injured, they just die. So I am very protective of them because not only do they die automatically, they seem to cost a lot more because I'm not able to muster the kind of army. I can't make it as fast as what I could on the human side. So that's definitely one thing the humans have over dwarf right now, is the ability to make an army faster, a quality army I should say. So let's see if there's anybody here that has a really low wall, and I'll just take him out. Level 10, nope, he's got a high wall. 60k wall, 60k wall, 70k. So is there anything you guys have questions about regarding the game? I'll be happy to answer them for you. And until then, we're just going to keep marching on here and see if we can't find a quality base to attack. Ooh, there we go. 26k. Let's go take him out. We won't be able to take him out, but we can definitely. I got some injured troops. We'll recover them. My heroes. Pesky yellow dragon took them out, so put them on the battlefield. Don't want to use my super unit because I really don't need to. And we'll get some archers out here, because you want to maximize your DPS if you ever do this. And I'm also, since I'm sieging, I want to take some catapults and some more archers. There's some spear guys, which are similar to archers. Take some mech. Really? Not enough room for my mech? Oh, gotta move my heroes over. Now I should have room for the mechs. Mech. There we go. I'll move them. I guess they can stay there. And we'll get some more of these archers out. Move this guy up. I hate when that happens. I really wish they would fix that where it wouldn't take it away. It should just show it in red and leave it on the field, because if you're not paying attention, I don't remember what troop that was, so now I just have to kind of guess. Okay, what did I have? I don't remember. Okay, just pick something. So maybe it was, we'll put those guys in, but I think it was these guys. Okay, maybe not. Who freaking knows, man? Ugh, they did it again. Alright, Stinkpot, get your act together. Let's put in these mech guys. There's no room. Oh, there's the spear guys, that's who it was. Move these guys over barely, spear guys go in. Okay, now we're finally getting somewhere. As long as I don't fat finger it once more, we should be good. Get one more set of archers, bam, we're off and running. So we're sieging this 26k, and we're gonna see how much of damage we can take on his wall. Go ahead and use our free ability, because why not? So what my siege is still got the looks like, yeah, the silver catapults from the humans, and then my dwarf stuff is down here. I got some mech units right there, so the rest is all archers for DPS and some engineers. See how they remind me of the Valkyries from Clash of Clans, but these are male axe wielders, so yeah, I think they call them engineers in this game. So this person has no loot. We're just here sieging, and we're just wreaking havoc on this guy's castle, trying to take him out. I'm hoping they'll get me at least 4 or 5k. If it gets me that much, then it'll only take me about 5 attacks to get him completely eradicated. So I'm just gonna wait this one out. We have 20 seconds left in the battle. If you are new here tonight, feel free to subscribe at the Stinkpot Shack Show. We are here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. We advertise and play a different game each day of the week. So Tuesdays are dedicated to Clash of Clans. Thursdays is, of course, this game, Art of Conquest, and Sundays is Clash Royale. If you are a Clash Royale fan, then coming soon we will be having a Clash Royale tournament for you. So I will be live streaming that tournament. So that should be fun for us on Sunday. So if you want to get in on that action, you'll need to join the Late for Supper clan in Clash Royale, and you can find the clan tag in the About section of this channel. So we got 4,800 taken off that wall, so now that I got everything all set up, taking out the rest is just going to be a matter of time, because I already have my army prepared. I can hit recent and I'm off and running. So There we go. Just let it all work out while we sit here and talk. So we got should get it increment. It seems to incrementally do more damage the more successive attacks you do, and that's because the wall is getting weaker with each attack. So naturally, the damage should go up. So I'm hoping to break 5K on this attack. Um, Back when I was human and had my gold catapults, which is the Royal Hammer and all that, I was doing I think 10K per attack, somewhere around there. So I kind of feel weak right now at 5K, but I'm really saving up for that Thunder Fist, because that's the gold version of the dwarf catapult called the Thunder Fist. So I'm really anticipating to see what that will do for me on these walls. So we have half a minute left in this attack, and then we'll just be on to the next one. So if you are interested in playing on our server, it's pretty much heavily in our dark blue. We are in Area 51, kind of a unique server name. We just happen to be 51, so we're Area 51, and we are the anonymous house. And you know, we are basically allied with some other purple house, or sorry, we used to be purple. We're allied with some other dark blue Skarn houses, and we pretty much control this server right now. So I don't know if it'll even let you join the Dark Blue Kingdom if you happen to join us, but we'll have to see. Maybe as a new player it will, but I definitely know it will not let you migrate from another color to this one, because you can't migrate to the largest kingdom, and we're the largest kingdom, so there you go. And start. So we're about halfway done with all our attacks. This should be attack 3, and I'm hoping I only have to do 5 to take down this wall. So, you know, this is all in preparation for update 1.15. What I'm trying to do now is increase my honor, and I'm trying to increase my loot, obviously, because honor, you know, I've played a lot of MMOs throughout the years. My very first MMO was Star Wars Galaxies back in 2003. And, you know, MMOs weren't, or at least to me, they weren't that mainstream. But, that kind of shows you my age, because I was 21 years old back then. So, the very first online game I played, I'll have to say, was way back in 1996. This was before anyone really knew what an online game was. There was no graphics, and so basically I went to the computer lab at college, and I was trying to do my homework, and there's this guy next to me just frantically typing on the keyboard, just 500 miles a second seemed like. And he was typing so loud that it was distracting, so I just finally glanced over, and I'm like, what is he typing? And he was just typing like, you know, eat food, and you know, all kinds of these different commands he was putting in there. So I finally asked him, like, what are you playing? He's like, I'm playing a mud. And I'm like, what's a mud? And he explained it to me, and that was my first take on the online world, because back then, you didn't have this broadband internet. If you wanted to get on the internet, you had to tie up a phone line, and it was very expensive, mind you, and the speeds you had back then were like baby speeds compared to the gigabit internet out here now. So yeah, my very first online game was in 1996. It's called a mud. I don't even remember what it was called, but basically the entire game was a black command prompt screen, and you just typed whatever you wanted to do, and you really had to do some role playing and some imagination to do anything, because it basically, if you wanted to go up on a map, you typed N for north, and it just moved you one box, and when you got there, you couldn't see anything, and you had to type whatever you wanted to see and do. And if it wasn't a valid command, you just had to sit there until you figured it out. But you would go into a room and you couldn't see it, but you just had to use your imagination. You knew you were in a room, and the stuff would just start attacking you, and you were frantically trying to defend yourself or running away. So the adrenaline rush for an online game that had no graphics at all, it was just all text. It really took me for a loop on how it was back then and how much it's progressed since then. Because fast forward to 2010, the very first iPad came out. This type of game we're playing now was not around then. There was no way you could play a game of this complexity on the original iPad because it just couldn't handle it. But there was one game I played, and I was so happy in the early days of the iPad. It was, what was it called? Order and Chaos is what it was called. It was a strictly MMO. It was pretty much a World of Warcraft clone, and it was a subscription game, so that's how I kept myself busy on the original iPad. But like I said, these games are getting more and more sophisticated, and I played this game on my iPhone 6 Plus, and now the iPhone 10 is getting ready to come out for $1,000. That's supposed to vastly increase the performance of the hardware. So I would imagine in the next year or so, you're going to see games that are, pretty much, some of these games pretty much are console level already, like League of Legends and whatnot. So, um, yeah, I think I just rambled way too much. But anywho, so who was I even attacking? Anybody remember? Was it this guy? Should be one that's just barely alive. Maybe it's this guy. Maybe did I kill him already? I don't know. I might have just. Maybe somebody else was helping me. Was that him? Yep, there he is. 8,000. So we got 2 more attacks, and this guy will be gone. So, which is fine. I'll have to use 1 set of energy, looks like. But not a big deal. So there we are. This is Art of Conquest, and we are patiently waiting for update 1.15. I'm a mix of the human and dwarf race. I'm trying to get stuff to get more dwarf items because I really want to showcase for you guys. Because last week in our stream we talked about the cost of the gold units versus humans and dwarfs, and cost-wise they're pretty much about the same. But the troop types is where it really makes a difference, and I think these mech units do more damage than most of the human counterparts. So I think once we get a full army of dwarf, we're just going to be able to take these walls down so fast. That's my hope anyway, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Because I need to get some more gold units, I really do. And right now I'm not really too focused on putting anything on my wall because no one's really around to attack us, so there's not really much to worry about as far as putting stuff on my city wall. So I'm just purely in loot hoarding mode right now, getting as much loot as I can, except for this guy. I just want to help drive. We're trying to drive everybody off the server, so I'm hoping there'll be some competition come about, but it's looking pretty grim. And so I should have like, what, 400 left? Let's see how much I got left to attack. I probably won't, yeah, 3,000. So yeah. We'll attack it one more time, and so this time they will finally get through that wall, and we can say we sent someone else back to the capital. And if you can see, I had 100 energy potions until that, so now I have like 95, 96 energy potions. So I've been hoarding these energy potions because I am a big planner and I'm a big strategist, so things are pretty boring right now on the server, but I just keep saving because I know the developers could change, a major game mechanic at any given moment, and I want to be prepared for when that does happen. If I need to go attack a whole bunch of times, I want to make sure I'm prepared with those energy potions because, 100 potions, I could probably burn, if I sit there and attack the non-stop, I could probably go through those 100 energy potions in half an hour. So seems like a lot, but once you start attacking, it's really not a whole lot. So let's continue to hoard, and that's why I am the patron status, because I get 3 energy potions a day. And there goes the wall down. Middle section's gone. The left section's down. We got 30 seconds and a couple more volleys from that catapult, and the right side will be down. And this guy's going back to the capital, folks. So there he is. Victory is mine. Send another guy packing. Bam. Another yellow one bites the dust. And 128 honors, so I guess I got that per battle. So yeah, and I took a resource spot away from him, so that was a 10% faster research slot that is now vacant. So boo-hoo to yellow. I don't really have any sympathy for yellow because they were really arrogant when they were the top dogs. Now that the tables have turned, they all either gave up and ran away to servers, and that's one thing I don't like about this game, is when things go wrong in a kingdom, you know, my mentality is, hey, we just need to work better as a team and, you know, get more strategic, get more organized, and we can push back. But everyone in this game, they just say, oh, I give up, I'll just go to another server, because there's so many options not to fight. And I wish they would incentivize some way to make that and turn that server struggle more real, to keep people here and to keep people fighting for their land, because that's really what this game is all about. Fight for your land. You know, you're in a kingdom. We have kings now. You know, the king should, you know, we should protect his city, and we should protect all our cities at all costs. But when the going gets tough, you don't just say, hey, I'm going to another server. So if you've ever played this game, I encourage you to, you know, have true grit, stick on your server, stick it out, even if you're in one of these lower kingdoms, you know, sit tight and just try your best, because you never know when they're going to change something where they could totally turn the tides of server play, and you want to be ready for all that. So don't give up and just keep plugging away. If you're in one of these lower kingdoms that they don't have much going on, then hop in the chat and try to get something going on, because you know it just takes 1 or 2 people to really organize online pushes sometimes. So if no one else is doing it, you know, try it yourself. It's something to do anyway. So there we go. Let's go do a, let's see, I need some more green, so I can do the escort missions later, because that's pretty boring on here. So we got about 10 minutes left, so I'm going to go do a couple quests here. And just to recap, what we've talked about so far is the Rakkan race is coming soon in 1.15. If you want to be Rakkan as soon day 1 when it does come out, it's going to cost 24,000 honor. So that's quite a bit of honor if you haven't been saving. And they're adding a crafting system and a whole couple other things. So tonight we're talking about Art of Conquest. Feel free to try it out if you've never heard about it. It's on iOS and it's on Android. If you do want to try the new upcoming changes out, you can research on how you can get your hands and join the public test server, which is where the upcoming 1.15 currently resides. They're testing it out on that server, so I hear they email people invites. So if you're one of the lucky few that has an email invite, I would encourage you to go check out those changes so you can see what's coming before it comes to a server near you. So we're going to do this quest real quick. We need some green because I need to get to 1594 green and I have 729. These are level 6 troops. They're mechanized troops. Let's see what happens. Will they kick my butt? Who knows? We don't know. Now I'm down to 92. Let's throw in some of these guys for good measure. And boom. Well, we'll just stick with this. If I don't do well, I can just reforge my army. But I will do favor of the sun gods, keep everybody healed, except for my mech troops. I won't be able to keep them healed. Let's throw a blizzard out there. Keep everybody chill and cool while I come over and kill them. And this should be a pretty easy battle. These mech units aren't going down as easily though, because they're probably immune to all these cold abilities, would be my guess. Let's heal some of our troops up. And now the mech units are going down quick. Morale boost is in full swing. And I can't. Oh, he's way over there. I need to do that. Bam, he's dead. And that's it for that battle. Did I lose much? Let's have a look. Yep. I didn't really lose. Oh, I lost 2 more mechs. I don't want to lose mechs. They're too expensive. We'll retry that one. And then we'll just cancel it. So I didn't want to lose anything, so there we have it. And I got some more troops that are being healed as we speak. Have 2 more hours to go before my army's fully back to normal. So one thing I do want to highlight about this game is if you have Lenari to spend, and you're on a server like mine where it's pretty much dead, what you can do is you can find on the map, zoom out to where you see only the money bag icons, and they're called the witch shops. So you can find some really rare items in there, and those items will be yellow. And so that's the wrong shop. Let's go around to another one and see if we can't find one that has a yellow item in it. There's an item shop. Let's try that one. Because that's what I want to do now that there's, I've gotten pretty much all the loot in the game I can until the crafting system comes out. I'm going to start using my Lenari to get these yellow items. Because that's going to be, they're going to have the best stats on it right here. See these yellow items, 1800 Lenari. I'm almost there, so tomorrow I'll be able to come here and get me one of these suckers. So this one is the Prophet's Cloak. Hero level required 20. That's another thing they're changing in the next update, is they're removing these hero level requirements from items. So that'll be helpful, because I still don't have my heroes at level 20, so I have one yellow item I probably been holding on to for 3 weeks or more, and I just can't use it because I'm not level 20 yet. So the main thing you can see is stamina is +3 and magic is +8. So now let's compare that to one of my items on one of my heroes, and let's see that her cloak is. Let's find one that has the same stats to compare. We need stamina and magic. See, look. Stamina +3, and the yellow item had +8 to magic, and this one only has +1. So, yeah. Do I have any purple cloaks that I could compare? Because that's the next highest quality. Is anybody wearing a purple cloak? Maybe my healer? Nope. Probably nobody. I don't think I have any purple cloaks, to be honest. So yeah, the yellow stuff, that's really what I got my eyes on next, because the stats on those are, immensely better than the stuff. Now, the only way this could possibly burn me is if that crafting system comes out, and if I can make just as good items via the crafting system, then I might have wasted a lot of Lenaris. But I have a feeling that crafting system will be out before I'll be able to buy too many of these, so it won't be that big of a deal anyway. So, like I said, there's not really anything in the shop you would want to do unless you're just short on the 3 main resources, because that seems to be the best value. But, purple items are 20k. That might be worth it to some people, I don't know. But it's definitely not worth it to me, and definitely not worth 1600 Lenari just for a 3-hour building rush. That's kind of silly. And I have never bought a hero yet, so I can't really tell you if that's worth it. These advanced scholar bundles don't really, you get a lot of loot from it, but for $5 real, it just don't seem like it a big deal to me. So you gotta entice me more, Lilith Games, if you want me to buy this stuff. So yeah, that's what we're looking at, and I'm gonna show you a couple uh, more battles from our house that people have been doing. So let's try. This one is from Brigd O'Neill, one of our house members. He's attacking a light blue Shelby. Looks like he's in full siege form. And let's see what happens. I will speed it up ×2. And let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's going after some little bit of loot. The gold or the wood pile is the only one that's really going up. So he's probably just here for sieging. Well, actually, he's going to get a decent amount of wood because now it's starting to take off. So he's probably going to get, I would guess, between 800 and 1500 on wood. No, actually, he's only got 30 seconds left, so he'll be lucky to get 1,000 wood. So there we go. So this is Art of Conquest, folks. And we are in our final 5 minutes of our stream tonight. So Sunday, what we're going to be... Wow, he only got 500. So Sunday, what we're going to be doing is a Clash Royale tournament. So if you're interested in Clash Royale and want to be part of our tournament, you can find us at Late for Supper. The clan tag will be in the About section on my channel here on YouTube. So if you want to get involved, that's a good way to do it. So, haven't decided how much of loot we're going to be giving away in Clash Royale yet, but as that day approaches, I don't really want to give it away anyway because I want it to be a surprise for everybody. So if you're interested in that tournament, start getting your cards ready, and because you'll have to face me at some point. And right now in the clan, everybody's been running away from me because apparently I'm too much of a badass or something. I don't know. You tell me, guys. And then next Tuesday we come back to Clash of Clans for our stream. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays is when I stream, and we will be here. So just keep coming back. I'm really looking forward. You know, I also encourage you guys to pop more into the live chat. It's been really quiet tonight, which is kind of unusual. So I didn't really have Bloomy was here and then he took off. So if you ever are watching this, you know, feel free to jump in our live chat because I'm always interested in hearing your perspective on this game. I mean, this is just my take and what I think about Art of Conquest at this time. But if you have opinions of your own, or if you see something I'm doing and you're thinking, hey, I could do that better, well, hop on in here and talk to us. And because the goal of these streams is to make everyone better. So if there's some tactic that you just think I'm doing that's totally wrong or, you know, not very efficient, come in and tell us about it because this show is here for you guys. And, you know, I'm here to make sure we are all having a good time. But without that interaction, you know, I pretty much have to guess that this is the best way to do it because, you know, in my spare time, I'll go watch some videos on how to do certain things. But, you know, I don't really want to give away a whole lot of spoilers in these videos because, you know, when I start games, I kind of want to, you know, discover things for myself. But if there's questions that you are willing to ask, then I'm always willing to answer them. And if they have spoilers, they have spoilers. But, you know, that's the name of this game, is to help everybody out. So it's been fun tonight, guys. I appreciate you all being here tonight. This has been Art of Conquest. We took a quick look at a upcoming update 1.15, and we're going to have the addition of the Rakkan race soon, so stay tuned to that. And if you guys have any comments, put that down below. Hit that subscribe button. And we will see you Sunday for the Clash Royale tournament. Get too late for supper. Join up and get ready because it's going to be a good tournament. So have a good night, guys. We will see you later.